Yep. There we go. What's going on, guys? Girls, Rob here along with
GPuck.
GPuck's here with me. We're going to start our own new show next week, NASCAR. Puck, how long have you been keeping up with NASCAR?
Oh, boy. It's got to be over 30 years. But started with Dad. He was a big NASCAR fan with the old timers when I was a young kid, and I got hooked ever since.
Who'd you say, Dale, you say?
Nope, from Dad. Dad used to watch it.
Oh, Dad. Okay.
When I was
right.
a little kid. And
yeah. So,
ever since.
Who was the first drivers you remember watching? Like, okay, you were impressed by this one driving, this one's racing, this one's fighting, whatever. Who do you remember, like, very first that you watched?
The Allison brothers.
Oh, okay, Bobby. We're talking Bobby and Donnie. We're talking about early 80s, late 70s. Yeah, so 40 years. That's awesome.
They were probably my first. And then everyone else since then.
Yeah. So you've done the Darrell Waltrip. You've done the Earnhardt. You've done the Bill Elliott 212 miles an hour at Talladega. Rusty Wallace. Kulwicki. You know, the very unlikely story of Kulwicki winning a single car team in '92. But hey, he was able to do it. He beat the big teams because Earnhardt had won in 90. He'd won in 91. 92, they were supposed to be the super team, and they beat them. And to this day, to me, that's the race that I think if you want to start a kid watching racing and you want to get back into racing, the last race in 1992, when there was like 6 guys up to win the championship, and I mean, every lap it looked like somebody different was winning the championship. You remember that year?
Oh, I don't remember the year off the top of my head, but back then, after the Petty era, it was wide open for all to win.
And this was Richard Petty's last race. Richard Petty's last race in 92. And guess who raced his very first race, that last race in 1992, when Petty was stepping out? Can you take a guess as to who was his first race? Very famous driver and won some championships. No. Think about it. 92, he started winning races. After winning championships. He drove a rainbow car.
How many titles did he get? Was it Davey Allison?
No. 24.
The what car?
The Rainbow Warriors car.
Oh, Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon. That was his very first race. Was Richard Petty's last race. How weird is that? His wife cooked. He played games all day. They're looking up. Do what? How many championships did Jeff have? 3. He won 3 championships. Puck, any tacos left? Somebody's asking. Yeah, any tacos left? Somebody's asking you. They're asking if you're cooking in the kitchen. All done. His wife cooked. He played games all day. Oh man, that's funny. Me and Puck, we're going to start having a race. We're going to start having a racing show starting next week. Man, I tell you what, so many new drivers out there since I started watching. Yeah, for the playoffs. When have you ever went to any live races?
Not Cup Series.
Not Top Series. Okay.
The only track we got up here is the Loudon.
Yeah. You're not. Let's see. You're not a long ways from New Hampshire.
I go to Stafford.
Stafford, yeah. You can get along.
No, the track in New Hampshire is probably 3.5 hours where I am.
Oh, okay. Charlotte for me is about 2.5 hours. I've been there. Went to the old Rockingham track. Remember when they used to race Rockingham? Went to the old North Wilkesboro track. What's up, Don Huston? What's going on? I've been to Martinsville many times. Went to Richmond many times. Went to Bristol many times. I've been to Dover, and I've been to Pocono. But out west, I've not hit any. It's hard to believe I've never been to the Vegas track. We like to go into Vegas, and this year Vegas is one of the tracks that's going to be in the playoffs. Which track do you see as being like, if you watch racing, you cannot miss this race? Which track do you think it is?
For me, I'm day super speedway. It's Talladega every day. I'd take that race.
You like Talladega? Really? Talladega?
I love Bristol, short track.
Yeah.
Bristol. Talladega.
How about this one? Number 9 race. The number 9 race on the series now in the playoffs is Martinsville. You got to be the top 4 after Martinsville to go to Phoenix. Yeah, and that's just down the street from. I mean, that's an hour away from me, so I can go down there anytime I want to.
The new rumor that's they want to have a short dirt track at the LA Coliseum.
Yeah, around the football field. That's just, I don't. They're becoming, to me, and this is just me. Now, you guys can agree or disagree with me. They're trying to become too much of a show and get away from what originally made them good, racing. Do you agree with me on that at all? That it's becoming more of a show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's not what people are looking for. True NASCAR fans are not wanting to go to a racetrack to go watch people slam up into a wall and wreck. That's not the true fans. The true fans want to see some bumper-to-bumper racing, some hitting, and moving people out the way. But they're not looking for wrecks, man. That's not what they're looking for. You agree?
I agree. I totally agree. They become much too gimmicky. It's a hard sport to fall in love with. If you're not a diehard, you're just, they have the weather to contend with. They have the dead of summer. People don't want to sit in their houses and watch a race. Then football starts up in September, and they get thrown on the back burner again. It's a tough sport.
Yeah, and then on top of everything, they start races at 4:00 in the evening Eastern time. Come on. I mean, I can remember when I was a little boy watching races every week. And when I say little boy, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, run home from church because you knew the green flag was going to fly at 12:30, whether you were at home or not. And the race would be over with by 4:30 if it didn't rain. But now, when they've got this goes on, we start the race at 4:00. Then they get a third of the way through the race, and then it rains for 3 hours. And then they're slowly drying the track out. While they're drying the track out, it starts raining again. And then the next thing you know, it's 1, 2, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Look, to me, start the race earlier. Start the races earlier, and chances are you're going to finish them before these afternoon thunderstorms hit. These thunderstorms in the east don't normally hit at 1:30 or 2:30. They're normally 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you can be done. You can be over with. Now, I remember sitting out in 90-degree heat. I remember that, but we were willing to do it back in the day when they were letting them race and just letting them go. And I've told my audience this a bunch of times, and I don't know whether you agree or disagree. I don't have a problem with the segments. My problem is throwing a caution. I don't care if you score them right there, But look, you're taking so much out of the driver's hands, fuel mileage. You're taking so much out of their hands. Green flag pit stops. People love watching those. None of that happens if every time is the end of a segment they throw in a caution flag. Your feelings on the segments that they do now. What do you think?
I'm a big fan of the new point system, big fan of the segments. If you really dive down into how the point system is constructed and all that, you'll see that every segment does meaning. And those points, when they reset the points going into the playoffs, they matter. And you'll see when we do our show, probably those bottom 4 guys in the point standings, they're going to be the first one out.
All right, let me give you an argument to that and see if you agree with me at all. I don't have a problem with the points. I don't have a problem with them handing points out. What if, though, they stopped throwing the caution flag and they still scored the points when they came through the line, just like the last lap of the race, but it's the first third of the race? Would you have a problem if they did not throw a caution and let them keep racing? That way, whatever tangles up or whatever unfolds, it unfolds on its own. Do you oppose keeping them, letting them go green, or would you rather see a caution flag?
Oh, I'd love to see him go green.
Yeah, I think anybody would, man. Rob, ask him about Red, White, and Blue League. He's got. I know they won't because they like their commercials. Ask him about his Red, White, and Blue League he's got going. It's really good. Oh, you got a Red, White, and Blue League going yourself, GPuck?
Yes, I do. So I've been, I did last year's complete 1999 season. I did that complete in its entirety under the current system.
Under the current system, okay.
43,000.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you who I think won the race. It's a 99 set that we've got current right now. I mean, it's a set that was released.
The new one's out, which I'm doing too. But I did last year.
What I'm saying is, it's a set that he released as a 99 set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to tell you who I think won the championship. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. I'm going to look at the cards. 1999 set, and while I'm looking at them, oh, do I have that set? Do I have that set? I've got a few.
Hey,
I've got
like on the chat. I just got a text saying someone on the red. There you go. There you go. Somebody in the Sox game pitched an immaculate inning. My phone's blowing up over here.
Are you going to start doing some stuff on a channel on your channel?
I don't have a channel.
Are you going to start? Are you going to? Why not? I know that people would love to see you start a channel. It would be great. We need more people.
I would probably, if I do, it would probably be to help out with the so-called Xfinity series in the YRL Racing League. I wouldn't be opposed to me jumping on board with that.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Who is your favorite driver? Any series right now? Your favorite driver, any series?
Ask Castro, he'll tell you.
I'm
the big homer. Boston Sports. You know who it is. Look at my card number in the YRL.
Let me think. Let me think of who you're. Jeez. I'm trying to think of what your number is. Your card number. Damn, Puck. Put me under the. You're 22?
Doubles.
Okay. Logano. Wow, okay. 1999 set. I got it wrong. Oh, okay. You just like Team Penske all the way across the board. How you feel about How you feel about Brad leaving the team?
Well, he's going to Roush Fenway, so being up here in New England, I'm good with that.
You don't have a problem with that. Okay, I got you. Now, huge Joey fan, yeah. Anybody out there, I guess, knows who I liked. Back in the 80s. Does anybody know? I mean, I carry 8. No, yeah, I'm an 18 fan now. If I got to root for somebody, that's who I root for. But does anybody know back in the 80s who my driver was? Does anybody know? Oh man. Let me put somebody to the side here and figure if I can. Somebody's got to know. Somebody. I've had shirts and
Did he
stuff.
win a title?
Not one, multiple. Won a bunch.
So you must have been. Were you a Junior fan?
No, I didn't like Junior. I'm not a Junior fan. No, I was his daddy's. Okay. I was a fan of his dad. I didn't like it. I didn't like Junior. No, to me, I just don't like him.
You're going way back though, so.
Yeah, I was a big Earnhardt fan. I'm so far, man. I'll tell you what, Jeff Gordon looks like he's got it. Oh, did Dale Jarrett win your championship?
Jarrett?
In 99, Dale Jarrett. Yeah, did Dale Jarrett win that championship?
Oh, I'm sorry. Rob, I'm sorry. I did 2019. 2019.
Oh, 2019 set. Oh, I thought you said 99 set.
Recent.
Oh, okay.
I probably messed up, but I did last year, and I'm doing this one.
2019, I'm gonna say Kyle Busch won the championship.
Kyle Busch won the points title. And he didn't make it to the. He didn't win the championship.
Who won the championship?
I'll give you a teammate. Gibbs.
Oh, Denny Hamlin.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, Hamlin. Okay. Denny Hamlin never's won a title. Never's won a title yet. That's a hard one to believe too, isn't it? That's a tough one for a lot of folks to believe. No, he's done 19 and now you've done 20. Yeah. How many races did he win?
I'm 21
how many
races.
Mm-hmm.
He probably won last year, roughly 7. I don't know off the top of my head. This year he has 5.
Man, oh man! So he's really won a lot of races in your racing. When I did, I didn't catch what you said right there. We got a lag right there with you, Puck. Let's see.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
You got me now?
Yeah.
All right, so he won probably roughly 5 races last year for me. He did not win the points title. That went to Kyle Busch.
Okay.
He dominated the playoffs, and he won the title. This year, I'm 21 races in from last season's, the 2020 cards, the silly season 2020, and he is in first place for a number of wins. He's got the most wins. He sits at 5 now, and he's the points leader.
Oh my!
And he also won the All-Star race. And he won my All-Star race. So he's.
Oh my gosh!
For 2 years, he's done.
Toyota dominant.
Yep.
Toyota.
The manufacturer titles go to Ford, though. They won last year, and they're ahead this year.
Oh, okay.
Toyota, Ford, and who's the other one? Toyota, Ford, and there's one more.
Chevrolet. Yeah, and then it used to be Dodge, and now we keep hearing Honda. We keep hearing Honda's name. I think Honda will be in it by 2025, but it's all about money. It's all dependent if Honda's willing to put the money into it. But Honda and Toyota.
They want some kickbacks. It sounds like
Honda and Toyota,
like
just
Honda
like
and NASCAR to give them some money. Sounds like Honda wants NASCAR to pony up a lot of that money to get them going. So I don't know there, but they do. Another manufacturer would be nice for the game. They need it.
It would be.
They need a
Have
lot of help,
4 or 5 would be great. I'm with you. I'm gonna give you a driver. I'm gonna
It's
give
an
you a
interesting
driver.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a driver, and you give me either a thumbs up or thumbs down, and it's gonna be all 3 series. Okay, just how this person conducts him or herself, the way they race, and if you just like their overall attitude and the way they can do things. Haley Deegan. Still froze on you. Okay, just
thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Okay, thumbs down. Now I'm gonna ask you why thumbs down to Haley Deegan.
Well, of course, it was Danica. We're trying to make her rise to the top. I know she's in the Truck Series, had a little bit of success, not much.
Yeah.
She did get caught up in a scandal, said a few things in the last that she shouldn't have had. Can't do that. He's lucky to get a chance. He's capitalizing on it, but can't do that. She's a young girl. She's still growing.
Yeah.
But no, I don't see her having much success in NASCAR. I don't see her getting a cup car. Not anytime soon.
I don't necessarily think she'll get a cup car. I like the way she does, though. She had a top 10 this other week. She's starting in the Truck Series. She's down there where she needs to be. She does not need to be in Xfinity. She does not need to be in the Cup Series. It drives me nuts when we see anybody. I don't care where you're coming from, what series at all you're coming from, to jump right into a Cup car. It's totally different animals, folks. If you jump out of an F1 car into a Cup car, if you're jumping in from an Indy car to a Cup car, it's different animals. If you're jumping out of an Indy car, you need to at least go down to Truck Series, try it a few times. If you're really, really successful, you win 3 out of 4 or something like that, go to the Xfinity and then move up. But it drives me nuts to find somebody and they'll say, well, I found the next ringer right here. I'm going to put them right in Cup. You don't like seeing that either, huh?
No, right now, my second favorite driver is Ryan Preece. He's a local boy from Connecticut up here. Looks like he could very well be in the Truck Series, going back there to trying to regroup his skills because he's having no success this year. Had a decent year last year.
Yeah. Is he in the 47? Is he in the 47 car?
Yeah. Is he 47 or 42? Which one's Petty? It's the other one. It's not the one that Jones is in, the Petty car. But he's in the.
Jones is in 43. 47 is the one that Brad Daugherty owns. And 42 is teammates with Kurt Busch. 42 is teammates with Kurt Busch. So I don't know. Let me look it up.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of shaking up. I'd like to see the King get another win pretty soon, but he just re-signed Jones for another year. Smart play. Out there early for him.
Oh, he did re-sign him. Is 2311 is 20
hopefully in the next year.
Is 2311 going to another car next year? The team of Michael Jordan's?
Michael Jordan, he's got Bubba. Bubba's racing for him right now.
Right. Is he going to a second car next year?
He's expanding. The Jordan Hamlin team's expanding next year.
Okay.
That's the rumor. That's the rumor,
right.
Yes.
And will it be Kurt Busch?
Okay.
Will it be Kurt Busch, you think?
Could very well be. He's a big name out there. Yeah, it could very well be. Could be.
I'd heard his name, and I'd heard
Personally,
Ryan Newman.
I'd like to see him and Lee Gibbs.
And I'd heard Ryan Newman's name.
I think Ryan Newman's days of driving.
Yeah, he may not be going anywhere. Then again, he may go to that one car. He may go to that one car. It could happen. Yeah. Well, welcome, P-Jet. Welcome, Don Heston. Welcome everybody. Yeah, he is. He's made too many enemies over his days because he races people so hard every lap. I don't have a problem with that, but when some of the guys are like, okay, look, he's 4 laps down and won't let me by, they get pissed at him. And I don't care if you're a teammate or if you're not a teammate of his, there's a lot of people who don't like him. There's a lot of people. He's a nice guy, I think, but there's a lot of people who do not like Ryan Newman.
Yep. His days, like I said, they look like they're numbered.
Yeah.
Looking for a new ride. If there might even be one for him now.
Do you ever watch a truck series?
No. Occasionally, but no, I'm not a big fan of the truck series Friday nights.
Not a big. Okay, I got you. Right. Let's see.
I follow the Xfinity, but
I got you. You got the Xfinity going on. How do you like Phoenix as the final race of the year? To me, I think they need to change races. That's the last race of the year. How do you like Phoenix being the championship race?
Well, they just started going there, right? Is this the first or second year? It used to be Homestead, so now they're doing Phoenix. I thought you had the best idea the other day on your channel. I think they should have a selection show and change them up a little bit. I love the sport, but it's if you're not a diehard, it's tough to get into, and that's why it's the same deal.
And look, if you're good at Phoenix, you've got a leg up on the field if you make it to the championship, where if you're good at a road course one year, well, you better tighten up your road. You got to tighten up your road course skills that year, or the next year. Let's go to Martinsville. The next year, just like you said, let's go to Talladega. The next year after that, let's go to Vegas, baby. The next year after that, let's go to Darlington, the old monster. That's the real track. If you want a real NASCAR track, of all of them out there, folks, Darlington. It's not nice to no damn body. You agree, Puck?
Yeah, Darlington's going to be interesting. So Darlington starts the playoffs in 2 weeks. Now, they just did 600 feet of track over around turn 2. Asphalt, they dug in like four. We got to see how those drivers can drive that part of the track. That will come into play. I really believe it. So I'm interested to see that to start the first week of the playoffs in Darlington. Just remember, it's on turn. You'll see it's new pavement.
Yeah. It would be great to see them have that as their last race of the year, too. I would love to see that. Darlington, hell, there's a lot of good tracks that could be the last race of the year. Pocono, there's so many good tracks you could have as being it. You're a Logano fan.
They're really going.
Who's the one driver you do not like? Simply put, if this driver wins a championship, I'm not going to be happy. It's who?
Let me give that a quick little thought. The one guy who I don't want to see win a championship would be. Well, that's pretty easy for me, seeing how it's this year. It'll be Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson. Yeah, I'm not a real fan of his either. I'm not a big fan of his. I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big
He's
fan of
looking good,
Hendrick.
though. He's
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hendrick Motorsports. I'm not a big fan of Elliott, the Elliott kid. Um, I never was a fan of Jimmy Johnson. Never was a fan of Jeff Gordon. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, with the way they do things. I think they're fine. I just never was a big fan of them. Earnhardt Jr., as soon as he went to Hendrick, I said then, I will never root for this kid, and I never did. And he really, I mean, come on, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame. Go look at some of those numbers, guys. There are so many drivers with better numbers than Dale Earnhardt Jr. that are not in the Hall of Fame. So I'm just saying, I know he was a big time proponent for the sport, and he was like savant to a lot of people and all this and that. But when it came right down to the numbers, he is not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry. I don't care if a lot of people may not agree with me, but he's, there's other guys that deserve it more. Jeff Burton, you go look at his numbers. Huh?
Yeah, they really want to. They want people to put in that Hall of Fame. They scaled back on the number of entries over the last few years, but they could scale back more now.
Right, because even if it's one a year now, you're not going to get one Hall of Famer retiring every year now. You're not. It's not like baseball. Hey, let's switch over to baseball for a second. You're a big Red Sox fan, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Absolutely.
And boy, oh boy, have they played.
If you have somebody in that game tonight for the Red Sox pitched an immaculate inning. I glanced at my phone earlier and I got a text, immaculate inning. So I'm assuming somebody in that Sox game pitched
3 pitches. Is that 3 pitches?
It's like 9 strike.
Oh, okay. 9. I thought the immaculate inning was 3 pitches. You got 3 ground ball outs, and that was the end of it. 3-pitch inning. I don't know. Maybe 9-pitch strikeout.
I believe it.
It's a 9-pitch strikeouts.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm interested. I don't know who it's starting tonight. So somebody in that game. I don't even know if they're on the Red Sox. Somebody did it.
Yeah.
But we overachieved this year. It's been fun.
Yeah, we overachieved.
I think their run will end in the next few weeks.
Yeah. PJet's asking, Rob, how many NASCAR tracks have you been to? Same question to Puck. Puck, we asked Puck earlier. He's never been to any of the tracks. I've been to, I'll count them out for you. I'll work from north to south. Pocono, Dover, Martinsville, Richmond, Bristol, North Wilkesboro, Charlotte, Rockingham, Darlington.
That's impressive.
9. I've been to 9. And the most races I went to in a year, let's see. I went to both Martinsville, both Daytona, both Martinsville, both Bristol, both Richmond, 1 at Wilkesboro, 1 at Rockingham, 1 at Charlotte. So 6. That's the most I ever went to in a year. And I was probably early 90s. And the majority of the wins that I went to, it was not big name win. Like Ricky Rudd won a lot of them. Rusty Wallace won a good many. Some of those aren't around anymore, right? North Wilkesboro, I know, isn't around. Correct. North Wilkesboro. If you watch iRacing, they went down there and did scopes. They took pictures of the track. They mowed the grass off of it and still made it a racetrack, and they just drove around a little bit, but it's still messed up real bad. And then they took pictures, and then they made it where you can do iRacing. It's like racing on the internet. Rockingham has been recovered twice 2 times since a Cup last went there. Beautiful racetrack, just does not have enough seats. They don't think. I personally think they'll have another Cup race within the next 5 years. I think there's going to be some tracks that's going to lose events. One, namely, being California. California is making a 2-mile track into a half mile or whatever they're doing, 3/4 of a mile. I think it's so gimmicky. They're going to lose a race before it's over with. If they do, I think it could go back to Rockingham. That could be really, really good. I don't know what anybody else thinks about that one. P. Jedden says, I only know that from playing red, white, and blue racing and reading up on the tracks. Yes, that's correct. Those 2 tracks are no longer going. Rockingham, it's not in Rockingham. Yeah, it's not in Rockingham County. Rockingham Racetrack, if I can't tell you the name of the county it's in. If you've got a map of North Carolina, look at Charlotte, go north and east just a little bit, mostly east. You'll see Rockingham right there. It's kind of off to itself. It's not a town much. It's really nothing going on there except a racetrack. I passed through there over the weekend. PJ, Rockingham County. Rockingham County is that's in the north part of the state. That's right there close to Virginia. No, I don't think it's Rockingham County. Rockingham, the racetrack's in a different county. I can't think of the name of it, but Rockingham County is real close to Virginia line. PJ came down over the weekend, Puck. He's looking to move from Long Island down maybe to Virginia. So how about that? How about culture shock?
That's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Culture shock. Now, Puck, where all have you lived in your lifetime? You're in Massachusetts now. Have you been there all your life? Or were you in the service? Was your father in the service? Were you lucky or unlucky enough to live 5 or 10 different states, or just have you been up in the Northeast all your life?
I was born in Worcester, Mass, big city, 45 minutes from Boston. Currently live in Auburn, Mass, which is 5 minutes from Worcester. Been here my whole life and want to stay. I love the 4 seasons and no plans anywhere else.
Gotcha. We were talking about
stadium. We got that new stadium that just opened.
We've talked about NASCAR. Let's talk about baseball. How many Major League Baseball ballparks have you been to?
Well, right now, the one that I've been to probably 10 to 12 times already is our brand new one that Worcester got from Rhode Island, the old Pawtucket Red Sox, and now the Woo Sox. So that is literally 5-minute ride from my house. So I spent a lot of time this summer, and continuing on now going there. Been to Yankee Stadium, been to Fenway, obviously.
Now, which Yankee Stadium? The new one or the old one?
Bronx.
So you went to the old stadium.
The old Bronx.
Yeah, okay. You went to the old stadium, okay. PJ says he's been to Shea maybe 20 times. Yankee Stadium once, but he's on Long Island.
I'm sorry.
You've been to Shea?
I've been to Shea Stadium. I've been to Flushing too. I did go to one game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Been there.
Um,
Great time out there, though. I wore my Red Sox scarf to Yankee Stadium, and they're fun.
Really? I've been to Citizens Bank Park.
I'm not a big fan of Fenway.
I'm not a big fan of Fenway either. Just watching it on TV, I'm not. I'm not a big Fenway fan. I'm sorry. I know I'm a Red Sox fan, but I'm not a Fenway fan. Cleveland Stadium used to be called Progressive Field. I've been there. I went to the old Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, and let's see. Have I been anywhere else? I don't think so. We were planning on going last year to PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Damn COVID hit us. How has that changed your life? COVID, Pup. It's changed all our lives, I guess, but tell us how negative it's worked against you, or hell, if it's been positive as far as you've been able to travel or something where a lot of people weren't able to and you were able to or whatever. I don't see how much positives out of COVID, but tell us what things have changed in your life with COVID over the last year and a half.
No, I put, haven't really gone anywhere. My buddy and I usually go down in November to New Orleans in November, and we've caught up for 3 years in a row now, and we cut off this November. Just playing it safe with the travel.
I got
staying
you.
healthy, keeping the kids healthy, and just not going out, just not doing some of the things. But that's not bad. That's okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
Everything's fine.
You're talking about kids. How many kids do you have, if you don't mind telling us?
I have two.
2 kids.
I have 2. I have a son and a daughter. Tomorrow, my daughter, we're moving her into college. She'll be a freshman.
All right.
She's
Okay.
going to a private Catholic. She's going to a private Catholic school up here, Assumption College. Anyone out there know who's the biggest? Who in the NFL graduated from Assumption out there, guys? Give you a hint. NFC South division.
Wow. Assumption College, NFC South. Ooh, wow. Wow.
Has come an impact year.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
If I give you
I'm probably wrong.
the small guy.
Always a small guy. So anybody out there know Assumption College, guys? Puck says somebody in the NFC South.
NFC South.
He's not a big guy. Plays, and he plays.
If Keith White's out there, he should know.
Ken Castro may know. Ken may know. He gives me shit when I need it. Yeah.
Ken definitely knows.
Ken Castro, he says he gives me shit when I need it. He's talking about you, Puck.
Yeah. Good guy. Let him know, Kenny. Kenny, who is it? Division 3.
Division 3 Assumption. Damn.
He's become an impact player.
Gronk.
Initials DH. D is in dog. H is in hat.
DH. Somebody out there's got to get it probably before I do.
He's probably only got 2 or 3 years in the league.
Assumption College.
He made his living as a special teamer. Now he's a wide receiver, like fifth wide receiver, but made his living on special teams.
DH. I don't know. Tell us who it is.
Harris. Last name is
Harris.
Is it it's like Devontae Harris?
Devontae Harris.
He's a little guy.
Is he?
He returned the big kickoff or a punt in the playoffs a couple of years ago for a TD.
Deontay Harris. Deontay. Okay. Who's he play for? Does he play for Tampa?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. He plays for the Saints. Okay. I had the wrong team. I was trying to kind of dial it in somebody on Tampa. I thought maybe it was Tampa, but I wasn't sure there. Who's been the biggest surprise for you for the Red Sox this year? Biggest happy surprise, good surprise.
Hunter Renfroe.
Renfroe. Oh, okay. I think for me it might have been the
Hunter
other.
Renfroe.
Okay, for me it might have been the kid that plays left field sometime. The kid they got from Tampa, Verdugo, Alex Verdugo. Or did he come from Tampa, or did he come from the Dodgers?
Dodgers, yeah.
Dodgers, yeah.
He came from LA.
Yeah, man.
one
I
of the
tell you
trades
what,
he made. I think it was the Mookie trade.
it might have been. He's been damn good. He's been really good. They just they didn't do what they needed to at the deadline, getting pitching. They needed pitching, didn't do it. They did not address it. So
I know from the front office standpoint, they didn't do anything for the deadline. But when you're in first place, you need your team. I don't care whether you're a big market, small market. We needed some pieces.
yeah.
So I can't take one more time of him getting shelled. Last night he handed it to him. It was disappointing that they did nothing.
Yeah, I think they're done. I really do.
And I really think it demoralized the team because those guys were playing so well the first half, and they were starting to believe that they were better than they were. And here comes the trade deadline for some help, and management just said nothing. They didn't believe in them. It's like, you guys aren't that good. Invest in your team, and it hit them, and now they're just hitting the skids.
Yeah, it's over with. Just same way with Phillies. Same way with the Phillies. Me and Puck, we're gonna have ourselves.
What's the Phillies score tonight?
What's the Phillies score, Dar? They're getting whipped 4-0. Yeah, and Arizona swept them last week in Arizona, and now Arizona's in Phillies, and they're going. Philly doesn't belong. Philly does not belong. They just do not belong.
No.
Me and GPuck
tonight. You lost Hoskins.
Yeah, Hoskins is out for the season, so that does it right there for him. We're gonna start our own NASCAR. Yeah, we're gonna start our own NASCAR channel, guys. And every week, Puck and myself are going to tell you who we think is going to win each playoff race. We're going to tell you who we think is going to get eliminated. We're going to tell you all this stuff. There's 15 great races, and they're going to start right after this week. Right now, my very first broadcast with you right now, dead raw, bruh. Tell me, who is going to win the 2022 Cup? Just straight up. I feel it. This person's going to win it.
The 2021 Cup, this year's, right? Not
2021. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's don't jump ahead. That's right.
It's so unpredictable right now. It really is wide open. Larson's looking good every way he's running. He's going to be a handful. I don't know if he can get it done in the end, but I'm leaning towards Larson right now.
Okay. I am going to take 18. I'm going to go with Kyle Busch. He's run good. He's run good at Phoenix before. And in order to win this championship, you got to be able to win Phoenix. Simply put, if you can win all the other 9 races in the playoffs and get to Phoenix, and if you run like crap, you're not winning the championship. And I'm looking at, I would obviously love to be. I like picking Kyle Busch. I would take Kevin Harvick, but Harvick's had a horrible year. I mean, he used to be, if you went to Phoenix, watch out, he's going to beat you again. And this year, it's just not happening with Stewart-Haas, man.
Yeah, well, we got to, in order to be a good driver at Phoenix, you have to be one of the final 4, though. So if you're not in that final 4 group for that last race, you're not winning any titles. So
exactly, and that's why I think I like Kyle Busch's chances, because I think in 3 races he can win one of them, or at least point himself in there into the right direction. If you want a wild card for me, I'm going to give you a wild card that I think nobody probably would pick. Alex Bowman. How about Alex Bowman? I'll take him as my wild card. Your wild card selection, if Kyle Larson doesn't win it.
I'm going to go with BK, Brad Keselowski.
Okay.
He's going to go out with a boom. He's going to
win a championship
and let them know they made a mistake.
Yeah. I need the cash to buy some more games, says Ken Castro. So, hey, will you do some fantasy picks so I can make some money? We're going to tell you who we think is going to win. We're going to tell you who we going to think is going to win every week. And me and Puck will keep points up. And, like, for instance, if they win, we'll give each other, it'll be 40 points, and then we'll go down or whatever. And if they finish outside the top 40, it won't be no points. And me and Puck can go head to head. And so, how does that sound, Puck? Just, we'll pick every week. We'll just have each one of us.
Sounds fun.
I think so too.
It's anyone's ball game. I don't really think there's a clear-cut favorite. It could be Bowman. It can be anybody.
Yeah.
You just got to win. You win and you move on automatically. So we'll see.
Yep. That sounds good.
I do think, though, those bottom four guys going into the playoffs, those bottom four last placed in the points are going to get eliminated, I believe, in the first round of the playoffs. Like, I don't think they'll go on. They never seem to do it. So
we'll see what happens. That's for sure. And if you want to be our guest, right? Me and Puck will be hosting. If you want to be a guest of ours and come on with your picks, come on against us, and we will see how you can beat. I'm not even going to call us. We'll call ourselves the semi-pros. We're not even going to call ourselves the pros. But come on here and beat us. Beat us if you can. How about that? Beat us if you can.
We want to
so
pro,
we're going to have to pick some right. That's right. So if you want to be on the first show,
we'll have to recruit.
We'll have to. We're going to have to really, really get into books deep and figure out who's going to win. Get a couple of wins between us and be like, okay, now can you beat us? But we will. We'll next week.
Gray to be our consultant.
And if somebody wants to be a guest with us, you can. If you don't, if you just want to watch our show, you come right on. Me and GPuck will be back next week. I will try to let you guys know ahead of time, maybe a day or so ahead of time, when we're going to try to look over the whole playoff picture, and then the first playoff race of the 2021 campaign. Been a lot of fun, my friend.
Well, sounds fun.
You guys, I hope you will join us, and we're gonna be here for 2021 NASCAR action. I hope you will join us. We're going to be back again next week. From me and GPuck, we wish all of you guys well. God bless, and have yourself a great evening. Goodbye, guys.